Welcome back to Onto the Plate. Special time of year. We're gonna learn tonight how to make deviled eggs. I make deviled eggs the best way. I know that everybody just throws a little mayonnaise in there and just whips up the eggs with a little bit of this or that. I'm gonna show you tonight to make gourmet deviled eggs that everyone will crave. They will crave over it. Okay, so what I got here is I got me some brown eggs. I like to use brown eggs. Brown eggs are excellent. A little bit large brown eggs. Don't use a medium because they're a little small, because when you get done boiling them, they're a little small. They're hard to put the filling in. I like to use extra large brown. So anyway, what I got here is, let me show you some of my ingredients that I want to do tonight. I've got some, believe it or not, pepperoncini. We're going to grind some of these up in our processor. And we also have some capers that we're going to put in there. We're going to do the same thing with that, grind that up. And also you can just get these, or Oscar Mayer, just a little simple bacon bits, soft. You don't have to go to the trouble to cook all your bacon. You just grab a couple of packs of these. We're going to mix that in the mixture too as well. I'm going to throw a little chicken base in there, better than beef, better than bouillon product. It's really good. It's all 100%. We're going to use a little horseradish. We're going to use a little chili Chinese sauce. Believe it or not, we're going to use a little ketchup, mustard, and last of all, a little mayonnaise. And I know these are a lot of ingredients, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to add it. Very limited, so it comes out real creamy, but you've got all these flavors going on in your eggs. Okay, I've added those hot Cheetos. Come on over and take a look. We're gonna add a bunch of other stuff to it as we go here. So go ahead and turn this on and grind those up. Then we're gonna go ahead and add these other ingredients that are gonna make them really good. I like to run these a little bit, let them get kind of medium, and then I like to punch it down in there. Now you gotta realize this is a mix. It's gonna go, and we're gonna add the egg yolks here in a few minutes after we peel the eggs. We're gonna get into that. So we got that going on. What I like to do is I like to add, not too much, about a tablespoon of chicken base, which makes it really good. It'll turn out really good because that gives it the salt. And I like to add a little bit of mustard, not too much. Everybody likes mustard. You just want a few drops. Like I said, you want to keep this stuff as dry as possible. And you want to add a little chili sauce. You just watch what I'm doing here. And we don't add too much. You don't want too much. Just keep that on the mind. And then just a little bit of horseradish. We might even skip the mayonnaise because the horseradish has a little bit of mayonnaise base to it. And then what we're going to do is give it a little color and a little caramelization. We're going to give it, a little ketchup, that's it. And then I'm gonna throw in some pepper. Now mind you, this is just the base that we're gonna mix for the egg yolks. They are gonna be excellent. And we're gonna add these bacon bits at the end. We're not gonna go ahead and run them through the processor because I don't want them to get broke up. I want them to run through the egg so you have a little bit of a crunch. That's gonna be excellent. Let's go ahead and run this processor and you'll notice it's coming along here. We'll let this base get mixed up. And we'll probably add the mayonnaise into this stuff after we do the egg yolk introduction to thin it a little bit to give it more creamy, but right now we're just making our base. Okay, here we are. We've gone ahead and got these eggs boiled. We've been boiling them for about 15 to 20, somewhere around in there. I usually have these probably like 16 minutes. So what I got here is I got a half a cup actually, of baking soda. You want to use baking soda. You don't want to use baking powder. You want to use baking soda. We're going to throw that in there. But before we throw that in there, we're going to put our ice in there. And that's going to cool the eggs a little bit. And we're going to throw this baking soda right on top. And what that's going to do is that's going to help the eggshell relax a little bit. And we're going to let this sit for probably 2 or 3 minutes, maybe a minute. And then we're gonna start peeling. So we're gonna mix that in there and that's gonna help those eggshells break away from the white. It makes a big difference. It's an old time recipe and it works every time. So let this sit here for about a minute and we'll make it happen. All right, here we are. We're gonna peel these eggs. I'm gonna show you that old recipe. How many times you try to peel eggs like that? I know a few folks out there like that have tried to peel eggs and they're just sticky, they won't do anything. Come on over here and look at this. We got this egg. It's been in a cold bath with ice. And we're gonna go ahead and crack this. I'll show you how this comes completely off. Look at this. It just drops right out of the shell. Imagine that. No more sticky peeling. We're gonna do another one for you too. Now remember, baking soda and a little ice. Cool them baths down, cool them down, a little bit of bath. Look at that, it just peels, it just comes right on out of there. Now, that is probably the reason why people don't make a lot of deviled eggs, because the peeling. This is probably the whole video of just learning how to peel eggs. Look at that. It just falls right out of there. Just comes on out, all in one piece. Just remember that. Little ice, little baking soda, we're good. Just make sure that you don't let them sit too long in the ice. You just want to let them sit for about 5 minutes. And look at that, that shell just falls right off. That's the secret, folks. Now I'm gonna get the rest of these done. We're gonna move on, we're gonna mix them up, cut them up, mix them up, and we're gonna make some deviled eggs. Okay, here we are. We got our eggs boiled. We've made our little hot batch to mix in for the eggs. And now we're gonna cut the eggs. We've shown you how to peel them, shown you how to boil them. Let's move on here. Come on, take a look. What I got here is I got my egg. Now what you wanna do is you wanna get you a sponge and you wanna keep your knife wet, because you don't want any drag, because you want the perfect egg. And every egg you cut, you want to wipe it off, because that gives it, you know, you'll get a drag, and you don't want to, that's what you want. You want it perfect. Keep cutting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a dozen here, okay? And do the math. Gonna make 24 eggs. It's gonna be awesome. So, and if you need to use this procedure, and you probably want to make 2 dozen, which is gonna make you 48. So that's cool, because they're gonna go down quick when you put them in front of a crowd and they really like them. And I really feel sorry for them when they all go to bedtime. But that's still gonna be a different story. That has nothing to do with these eggs tonight. Get that? Okay, here we go. You see what I'm doing? They're perfectly cooled off. Come on over here and take a look at this. These are gonna bounce right out of here, go into our mix. We're gonna make an excellent mix, and we're gonna restuff them, and we're gonna make some awesome eggs. Meanwhile, get back with you. Okay, here we are. Gone ahead and got the eggs all sliced up. Showed you a little bit about that. Come on over and take a look. We got our little eggs sitting and waiting. And one of the secrets is, trust me, that baking soda, trust me, with that egg peel, it makes all the difference in the world. I have my egg yolks here. I have about 3 more. I want to show you how quick and easy. Look at that, it just drops out. My friends, the baking soda trick with the cold bath, it makes all the difference in the world. If you've ever made deviled eggs, I'm gonna tell you something, it's been a battle. Well, not until now. You're looking at this video. Onto the plate's gonna show you how to make it especially easy, fast, and spicy. Because what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move these yolks on over to the processor, and we're gonna put our batch that we showed you earlier into the recipe, and we're gonna blend it, and we're gonna make some excellent deviled eggs for Easter, because that's what it's gonna be tomorrow. Here we are. Like I said, I was gonna end up with the bacon bits at the end. What I like to do is I got my mix all done. Man, this is good mix. It's excellent. It's got a little Cheeto flavor. It's got a little pepperoncini in it. It's got a little Chinese chili sauce. It's got all these flavors going on, a little caper. It really makes an excellent deviled egg. So we're gonna toss in a little bit of bacon. And like I said, actually I prefer these. You can fry your own bacon, but it takes a little time. I put that in there, you can take a look, and I'll fold it in there. And you don't want to put too much, you want it to disappear. You want to see them, put a little bit more in there, because this is really what's going to put the egg. And it really, I mean, these are, I mean, you can put anything in there you want. You can put regular Cheetos, you can put potato chips, you can do whatever, or you can skip it all together and just do regular traditional grandma, I don't know. It's whatever your flavor. I like to put it in there while I start seeing them. About a half a pack. We're gonna load these spuds up. Not spuds, eggs. I get confused here. Cook a lot. Hopefully this is gonna help you guys through Easter. Make a quick recipe. It's gonna be good. So we're ready to go. I'm gonna load a couple of these up. Let me show you the first one. Just put it in there. That's all you gotta do. and you got yourself a nice egg. And we're gonna load all of these up. I promise you, they will be a hit on the party because they're gonna be better than chips and dip. People like eggs. People always like eggs. But these aren't gonna be the traditional. We don't want those. They taste like Luby's or they taste like any other, buffet or whatever. But remind you, these have hot flaming Cheetos, they have pepperoncini, it's a winner. I'll get back with you. Here we are. We have our 12 eggs done. Awesome recipe. Hope you follow along with the video. These are spicy eggs, a little Cheeto in them, chili sauce, pepperoncini, capers, gives you the whole variety. Go ahead and take a look at that. Put that in your notebook and serve it to your Easter friends. Tomorrow is Easter. Just wanted to put that special out onto the plate to everyone that needs to make deviled eggs for tomorrow. Until then, peace.